Hello, I'm Theodore Parker, and this is the Side Show. Today is Wednesday, August 9th, 2022. The temperature around here is about 72 degrees, going up to 79. Chance of storms. Still talking about the mask for COVID-19. And if your area offers it, vaccinations for monkeypox. So anyway, the last time I broadcast, I was saying that I was going to take 10 days, be offline for 10 days, and not didn't quite make it. I think officially that would be the 11th, but I did have some things that I needed to do, things to do, places to go, people to see. I was kind of able to wrap that up, so I'm back a little bit early. Officially, 10 days would be August the 11th. And then I would appear again in the 12th. So, needless to say, as an audience, y'all do a good job of occupying my time and space, especially when I'm not on the air with questions, inquiries, and fascinating people want to know type stuff. So that being said, here I am sitting in the chair again. It's Wednesday, August 9th, 2022, the Side Show. So what's been going on? Well, according to today's headlines, Meta still not able to figure it out. I don't want to say throwing good money after bad, but they still haven't crossed that line where they're making a profit yet. And of course, they themselves admitted that they would need about 8 years to turn that corner. Other things in the headlines: Trump expected to testify Wednesday in New York Attorney General probe. The media and legal organizations have been hot on Trump for various violations. Most Americans support using the popular vote to decide U.S. presidents. That's according to a data survey. I would say that's the general opinion, whether you are personally involved or not. But if you are personally involved, then you can have a little more emotional investment, I would say, which turns to some benefit for you personally. Republicans who blast FBI's Trump search are preparing to snag Joe in a Hunter Biden probe. I'm not trying to waste a whole lot of brain space on this type deal. It's like, well, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do next? Trying to keep themselves in the headlines and in front of the public eye. When I probably would have said, time to go do something else. And then, parents of grown children can only advise. And other thing in the headline, the FBI searched Mar-a-Lago. What next? Now that kind of like surprised me, but I think it was stated months ago, or at least before this part of everything hit the news, that Trump had packed some things up from the White House that he was not supposed to take out of there. So that being said, they went and checked, and I don't blame them. I think you got my stuff mixed with your stuff, and I need my stuff back. Yeah. So what I've been noticing, anyway, a lot of media news items kind of start off with a little hook that most of the public may or may not be interested in. And they'll say, well, if this happens, and they'll give you some percentage points or some numbers on that. And if this goes on, and they'll give you some instances of where so and such happens. And if so, if this and that, and it's always not anything that is actually going on. It's just possible that it would go on. Just like if you put your hand on the doorknob and turn it, it will open. You know what I'm saying? It's not carved in stone or concrete that what the article is about is a factual occurrence at this time. So a lot of that has been going on. You know, there are some legitimate facts like Tech World, that is numbers and gadgets and stuff, so you can't really flub that. And the stock market is what it is. Um, influencers influencers try to get you to see things in a way that will benefit them or benefit what they are about, et cetera, et cetera. But cold hard facts remaining and being what they are, you got your numbers. So it's given or hopefully understood that it's for the common good that all this is going on, um, globally, internationally, inside your country, wherever you are listening or watching from, and inside your city, wherever you are looking or watching from, globally, internationally, locally, and in your area. So, figured I'd sidestep all that since I'm back in the office, quote unquote, a little bit early, and get back to some of the stuff that we can actually implement, use, and benefit from. Okay, so exercise. Yeah, I know people just, going from here to there is just enough right now. Yeah, but you got to kind of think. Again, this is another area where marketing and promotion just has a field day because I was looking at this article and this comes from Fitness Volt. And it's called The Average Pull Up and Chin Up by Weight, Gender, and Experience. And I think that's fair, okay? By weight, gender, and experience level, okay? So as always, or is generally the case, I'll show you if I can get it turned around here. You got a nice, if you can see it, you got a nice young lady there. She's on the chin up bar. Her abdomen area is concave and she's looking like, she doesn't have no love handles at all. And she's just doing those pull-ups, okay? Now the next one is, you got the guy, if I can pull it off here. Let's see. Okay, now here's the male version. And you see he's got the V back and the muscles actuated. He's got no love handles either. So he's doing pull up on the V bar. So these are the examples that fitness promoters show you, okay? And they take cold-blooded advantage because there's one more that I want to show you. They're taking a younger person and throwing them in the mix as their sample person, and then they give you another picture of somebody that is so young. And this one, now don't take the one. This one I'm gonna show you. Don't take it wrong. Okay, here's a young lady. If you can kind of like make it out what happened. Okay, let me get this straight. But anyway, you take somebody, female, because this is by body weight, gender, and all that type thing. Take somebody, female, that's less than 5'5", probably shops for a size 5, and use them as an example, of what your goals should be. And I don't think that that's fair. Okay, so here we are again. Now I gotta kind of like curb my comments, but if it stay steady, Okay, see that? Now this lady can't be more than 5'5", and I'm quite sure she had to go somewhere and get her sports outfit. Okay. So this automatically gives you a mental disadvantage. Okay, but all this being said, there is a difference between chin-ups, 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 and pull-ups. Okay, so this was all this, and I was like all excited, yeah, okay, because I had to go like, I do have those over-the-handle bars for doing pull-ups and stuff, but my numbers are not that great. Okay, so I said, well, maybe this would help me with something. So I'm looking and everything, and I'm looking at some of the numbers on the chart, and they were really like, okay. I said, well, let me just go middle ground here. Middle ground. Keep losing this. Excuse me. Go middle ground, and we'll pick a male at 198 pounds, a male at 198 pounds, and see what kind of numbers that they come up with for that. So it was like a novice or no experience was like 0, and then it went like to -5 for a novice, then experienced, then plus 10 or plus this, that, and the other. And the same way with the females, I picked what I picked 143 pounds for females, and the same thing, 0 for no experience, and then continuing on like a -5 and so forth until the numbers went into the plus range. So I was thinking, by way of explanation, that it meant that you had to do 20 some pull-ups, 20 some chin-ups and stuff like that. And I don't remember. Maybe when I was in the military doing sit-ups and crunches and stuff like that was so many in a minute or so many in 2 minutes, everything was for time. Well, then my numbers were great, and then so I was young then, but I'm not that age now. So anyway, that's what I'm saying about perception of the presentation. When I was eager to look into this article about chin-ups and push-ups, I thought they were going to pass some great words and gems of wisdom, okay? But here's the crux. It's not how many you can do. The article was based on 1 rep max. One time, doing it one time. And that was it. And the explanation for it is this, that if you can't do one, the numbers that have a negative sign in front of it was because at that age and weight, what you are pulling up is less than your body weight by 10 pounds or 5 pounds. At your weight, when the numbers go plus, it means that's your body weight plus that amount. So I never saw that interpreted like that before. But I had to like slow down, get into it, because the numbers on the charts just didn't make sense to me. I have enough physical activity experience to know that it just didn't sound right. So that's how it's really explained. So if you have no experience and you're trying to do 1 rep max pull up or chin up, 1 rep max, that if the numbers are on the plus side, then that's like 10 pounds more than your weight. So you can really discern it as you go from the lower body weights to the higher body weights on the plus rep side, because like plus 20 pounds your weight, plus, and I think that was pretty much it. And how one rep max on that, plus the lower weights, covering it, or minus your weight 5 pounds, 10 pounds, or whatever for 1 max rep on the lower weights. So it's worth looking at. But again, I think today As far as the show is concerned, I was probably just trying to get your eyes to open to what people present to you, you know, in a manner that's going to make you believe or think that that you got it all wrong and you need to follow this advice. But it's broken down into average male pull up, average female pull up, overall pull up average, average male chin up, average female chin up, overall chin up average, how to pull up, how to chin up, how to improve, FAQs, and wrapping up. So if you got something you ain't got to do, you can do it. The pull up and chin up are compound multi-joint exercises that train your lats primarily and abs, biceps, shoulders, and upper back secondary. There you have it. So I hope in the meantime, since I passed all those little ideas on to you about snacks and gyms and food, and if all of this seems too exhausting and too complicated, I gave you your go-to exercise, 8-minute Tai Chi at home, anywhere, anytime. And the benefits keep on rolling in. Okay, this is Wednesday. I'm back in the office a little bit early, quote unquote, August 9th, 2022. That's it. Hashtag.